It is another Monday, and it is time for us to talk about what's happening in the marketplace. And if this is your first time, you're welcome. You can be a part of the marketplace today. You have thoughts you want to expand on, you have contributions. Well, I'm looking forward to you sharing them with me and my guests. What you want to do is not just stay glued to your radio, but you want to have this number saved so you can also share your thoughts. 0911 999 0981. 0911 999 0981. On WhatsApp, that is the platform that you can share those thoughts with me and my guests. Okay, talking about the conversation for this evening on we keep hearing how certain things are breached, data especially. So on Marketplace today, we will be talking about cybersecurity. I've heard certain people say, "Oh, I'm a cybersecurity expert." What does that even mean? And when it comes to your data privacy, are you really protected? Well, I have my guest with me. Yes, he's joining me virtually. He is Oluwafemi Adeleke. He is a safety, cybersecurity, information security professional. Mouthful? Yes, glad to have you, Femi. How
Thank
has
you.
your day been?
Well, Joy, it's been great. Yeah, can't complain. Yeah, that's part of the life. Yeah,
Oh, part of adulthood, trying to
yeah,
survive. Well,
that's
that
true.
is great stuff. So,
Yeah.
I'm actually excited to talk about cybersecurity and privacy, especially when Nigeria is concerned, because certain people usually have this fear that their data isn't safe, especially when Nigeria is concerned. You hear
Mm.
certain people say, "Oh, so and so said my data has been breached. How true is this?" And then the scariest one that most people I'm sure would want to get insight on is where their money is concerned.
Mm. Mm.
Oh my word.
Mm.
Before we get talking further about the monies and the data breaches that can happen or we don't want to ever happen, let
Mm.
me I'd like you to first break down for us who a cybersecurity expert is. I think that's the best way to start this conversation.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joy. I think from my experience, a cybersecurity expert, if I like I tell people when I define things, I try and separate them. Cyber,
Okay.
then
Okay.
security. So we're looking at the virtual space.
Space.
The That's to do with the internet,
Hmm.
the network. So cyber means space.
Hmm.
What we can't see, physical, is not a physical thing, not a physical space. And security, just about safeguarding people, safeguarding communities, safeguarding nations from cyber risk. So what are the threats? For example, you have a gate man and
Hmm.
you have your
Hmm.
gate man there just for physical protection. So a cyber person, a cyber expert is there to guide and protect you, users, or people around whoever offers the services
Right.
against cyber threats. What things that can
Hmm.
happen in this space. I'm saying this so that people that probably are not in
Can
that
I
space can
understand?
understand. Yes, so
Yes.
in the internet and the web and the cyberspace, I mean the space that we cannot see but we
Hmm.
interact with, that we have an ID on. Because for example, you're on your WhatsApp, you're on the cyberspace.
Hmm.
You're browsing, you're on the space. You have your device, you're joining Zoom, or you have what do you call it? So whatever thing, even sometimes your SMS can even take you to that space because you're in the
Right.
cyberspace. Because an
Right.
SMS can take you to the internet, and from there, well, anything can happen. So a cyber
Eh,
expert is somebody that safeguards you, like your guard, it's like
okay.
your guide, then your guard that will tell you this is what to do, and also help you to respond in the case something goes wrong. That can
Right.
limit the attack, the consequences to as low as reasonably possible, so at least you can recover back. So to try to prevent, and then they'll try to also respond in the case something happens that threatens your safety in the cyberspace.
Thank you so much for, you know, explaining all that and expanding on that. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. This one I'm excited to talk about. And this, like I said at the outset, we've heard how certain things have happened in Nigeria. And it makes me wonder, when you look at Nigeria, um, Nigeria's cybersecurity structure, particularly from the government agencies, is our data safe?
Hmm.
I'm putting you on the hot spot now, but
yeah, that's a big
yeah,
question, because even companies that apply for example, let's say the ISO 31000 that talks about privacy, information management, that is for the personally identifiable information, to the
right.
information security, to cyber security, they also have to ensure that they are on top of their game. What I mean is, every day, every second, new threats come. That's
Come
you have
on.
what you have. Yes, come up. Yeah, that's why you have what you call these common vulnerabilities and exposures. That's like a report that comes in monthly to say, okay, these are the new threats that was experiencing in the ecosystem, in the space now. So if there are businesses, you have to identify these potential threats, they might come looking for your business.
Mm.
So it's like your estate saying, oh, these are the new threats. So they are area boys, they are hooligans, they are touts, they are kidnaps, they are assassins. Like they just tell you what are the common things that are happening around now, so
Around
you
you.
can be on the guard. Yes. So now bringing
Right.
us back to the question is our data safe? Well, I would say yes, and I would say, well, maybe no. And the reason I would say yes is I see the government is working. Yeah, that's true. That's factual truth. Is the government is working hard. I give it to them. Look at the minister, Bosun Tijani, is doing a lot. Look at the NMDPR, trying to ensure that we protect our data, so regulation that is there. So the government is working hard to ensure that this cyberspace is protected. People understand the risk, understand that, yes, we are working in our physical space, but all of us now have been voluntarily or involuntarily dragged to the web, to
Into
the internet, to the cyberspace. Even if you say, I don't want to be there, you have been dragged
of
by
your own
force.
pollution.
Exactly. You want to go home, you want to watch your TV, and the next thing is you're going to watch Netflix or watch YouTube. You see a lot of, I go out on the street, I see people watching on their phones, watching YouTube, going to TikTok. We're in the cyberspace. So
You're in
we've been
cyberspace.
dragged, maybe that because we want to, for fun or for business, we've been dragged to the cyberspace. So
Mm.
now, as government is trying to ensure that we implement, and government is looking more at speaking to private sectors and saying, okay, do this. For example, banks, that's the CBN saying, okay, this is the cybersecurity framework you must adopt to ensure that people's money are safe. If you look at
Right.
regulatory agencies like NMDPR and other ones, you see they're trying to say, okay, let's do this. But again, let's come back to them. One of the issues is government agencies are a lot. In
I
fact,
agree.
it's like government create agencies just to reduce unemployment. So they say, okay, this area, there are people that say, okay, before you know it, you see agencies doing
Crop
the
up from
same function.
nowhere.
Yeah,
Right.
they're doing the same function. Like you see, Federal Ministry of Environment, for example, then you see Nesria. They say, okay, yes, but sometimes they start working, doing the same thing. They are different, but they do the same thing. You're like, okay, why are you doing this multiplication of duties and responsibility?
Duties. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So now is government itself cannot effectively train its own workforce.
Ooh,
That
okay.
is one. Two, we still have what you call the legacy system. So these are softwares and hardwares that are old but are still in use in the system.
Okay.
So when that happens, what does that tell us? Your security guard is
Mm.
still a security
Mm,
guard of
mm,
old
mm.
age, and
How is
time
it
has
supposed to
moved
protect?
fast.
Oh my word. We're no
Yeah,
longer
so
using those bats. We're not using tasers.
exactly,
So have you moved on to using tasers? Uh,
exactly. Like you are waiting for the criminal to show up with guns ablazing, like
no.
Trump said, but they've sent drones. There's many fighter jets coming in, but they sent drones.
Right.
Or they allow somebody to code something and the vehicle you're driving shuts down.
Right.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we've gone past that. So awareness is still low,
Mm,
even in the government agency. Maybe because
okay.
some people feel I'm not interested. This information is too much. Because again, we have what the early adopters, the laggard, the late adopters. And in government agencies, you have a lot of late adopters.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Though they're the high flyers among them, but what number are
But
they?
very, yeah, very minute number when you think
Now, if
about it
government,
in the
when
long run.
government, yes, yes, no, now government wants to implement, right? Ensure they
Mhm.
regulate. Where is the finance to empower its own workforce to implement whatever they want to implement in terms of cybersecurity, data security, privacy, information security, everything that goes around cyber. And even now, they're moving towards artificial intelligence.
Mm.
So
Oh,
in that
boy.
space, as I said, yes, they are doing a
And
lot, but a lot of catch up needs to be done.
needs to be done. Okay, now bring in the private sector. Where and how do they even come in into this? Because you also made reference to the private sector also tapping in or being a part of this. What, how, and how useful are they when it comes to this? Because we know we have our banking details,
Yeah.
which are there. So
Well,
before we get talking about the banking sector,
mm,
let's what part or what do the private sector also what's their role here?
okay. So I think a lot of us or the populace deal with the private sectors a lot.
Okay.
Our interaction with the public is still limited. Maybe we're going to pay a due, pay a fine, or get
Mm,
some approval. But most of the things we do is in private sector. A lot of private businesses have taken over some of the business that government was doing in the past, maybe from
okay.
deregulation or people investing and eventually private sector taking that lead. So the thing is, private sector also needs to train its workforce.
Okay.
The truth is, many players in the private sector still don't see a need to invest in the training of its workforce for cybersecurity.
This is
And the other truth,
2026. We're not in 20. I wouldn't even say 2020. We're not in 2010,
okay,
20, even the 2000s. I'm sure we had even started then. So if we're not training the workforce, then what exactly are we hoping to happen?
well, we're hoping that it will never happen to us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hoping it never happens, and then we get bridged, and then we start looking for solutions and asking the quote unquote the international community to come to our aid. Now
well,
brings me to the one that I'm sure certain individuals would love to get answers to, and that comes to the banking sector.
yeah.
I'm just going to ask the question. Are Nigerian banks erecting enough safety measures to keep our data safe?
Okay. So I would start from your answer that you gave in terms of asking for the global community to
Assistance.
safeguard us.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So the truth is that is what many businesses rely on.
Okay.
And not for global support, is when it eventually happens, and I say, oh, now I want to invest, I want to track down those who asked me. I want to track where my money went. They
Okay.
start having sleepless nights. The headache
Mhm.
comes, and they're not ready to invest that money, even for that period of time. Now they invest the money they should have invested for the past, let's say, 5 years, just
Right.
once. But prevention, because I've seen people reach out to us in our organization to say, oh, somebody hacked us, or somebody did this, or somebody did that. But at that time, they are
It have
angry. This is
prevented it.
my hard-earned money. I have to
Right.
find where it went. I need to get this person down. Let's take, for example, this is not a global space. There's a video that is trending on YouTube by OCRRD or whatever thing of a lady that they said is a Dubai prince who happened to not be
Oh,
in Nigeria.
yes, I saw
Now,
that.
let's yeah, let's
Traced him all the
imagine
way down.
yeah. So let's imagine the woman is now Nigerian. So it looks like Nigerian context now. you didn't learn how to identify threats. Where is this mail coming from? Is it authentic? Okay, how do I verify this? This is a huge amount of money. You go blindly. Now you're coming to say, oh, my money is gone. I need to find this money. Get me my money. And even the money the UK government was able to help track and get back from the other conspirator, it's just very minute amount to the amount that's been
compared to
taken.
how much had been taken.
Yes. And I see, for example, recently going on WhatsApp, somebody's people sharing like, oh, this is a link from a retail store. They're giving out gifts, or saying another beverage store giving out gifts. Click the link. I'm like, don't you guys understand that if, for example, Smooth FM is sharing something,
right,
or giving a gift, they will do an advert. One.
I agree.
Two, they will do www, and don't forget there will be HTTPS. The S is that shows that it's security. It's secure. Then to be smoothfm98.1.com. It will be, oh, so checking it, is it .co? Is it .x? Getting to know, okay, what does Smooth FM uses? Is it .com? Is it .co? Is it .us?
Right.
Taking that research, you will see XSBYZQ. Like, and you're clicking it.
And you just jump on it. Because it's supposedly free and they're giving out gifts.
Yes, and money. And because of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, everybody just wants to eat and survive. However, as we're trying to eat and survive, some people get eaten because they didn't put in the right measure. There was a day I was on my WhatsApp and somebody asked me, and I was saying in my own very presence, your WhatsApp as in signing out. But I was not scared. I signed myself back in.
Wait, and this is why I need to ask. So you see the double authentication. Does that is that enough measure stopgap for anyone, or are there certain things? And I'm just asking that on blanket because we still have other things to talk on. But
so
I just want to find out if that's a thing.
Okay, let me take from the bank, then come to the double authentication. So I'll give it to the banks, and because of the regulation, I mean the CBN, because CBN it's not playing here.
Oh yes, indeed.
CBN is serious with our money. I give it to CBN. They're always on their necks, like, okay, what is wrong? Because if you look at a report from this day, around 50-something billion naira was lost in 2024 to cyber crimes, cyber fraud. We get to the banking sector alone. That would be like the reported one, because you and I know that as business owners, we want to, cover some things up and ensure that everything is fine. So it's the one that they could not cook up that got to that 50-something million. Now, circle back to last year, I think it said that reduced by half, around like 25%.
Oh, yes, it was billion. Actually, I saw that update. Yeah, it was reduced by more than half, actually.
Yeah, exactly, like 26 billion. And we're just saying there are some that are not reported. Because, for example, because of my experience and my understanding of a lot of security measures and regulations, if I communicate to you that, oh, my money is missing, or there's an issue with your service to me, and you are not reporting, I copy the regulatory agency immediately.
Okay.
And those people sit up. But sometimes when people probably report and it's not documented, and when they try, Nigeria just feel, oh, I can't get my money back. And they forget about it. Or some say, you will not get it, don't bother stressing yourself.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah, there's that. Just feel, and sometimes people feel this money is too small, let me just forget about it.
So we don't have these natural follow-up on certain things that have gone wrong.
Because we've lost the trust of the system. We no longer trust the system.
Okay.
So CBN is doing a lot, and the banks are also implementing a lot of management system, like ISO management system, which is global best practice. Okay. And by the way, global best practice is like the minimum standard. We love to say global best practices, but that's like the minimum standard, so you can do better than that. So they implement a lot of these ISO standards, information security, cybersecurity, data
Mm-hmm.
privacy, and also the NDPR following up, and the CBN also saying this is what you must enforce, implement. So I give it to the banks, but the gaps
Okay.
are still there.
Mm.
One, some staff might feel I'm not happy. I've not been promoted for years, and this person is getting all the promotion. Okay, I'll deal with you. I want to shortchange just to make more money.
Okay.
So insider threats are there. Also, training. Yes, they might be training the Lagos branch or training few people, okay, transfer the knowledge across board. If they're
Mm.
not, if they're not able to articulately communicate this knowledge across the other branches. So maybe there's a branch in Onitsha, maybe you're sending somebody from Lagos, or you're sending somebody, and the person cannot get that knowledge well because you didn't give them the detail. So you send like a few people to go for the high level ISO management systems training certification. They have to come and train. Let's
The
say you have like,
mid-level, low-level ones again.
yeah,
And you
exactly.
have maybe like 1,000 people you want to cascade that information.
Yes.
That's it.
And they are exhausted. They're complaining the work hours is too long. They're stressed.
Right.
They're not assimilating fast. Or they don't understand the level at which that can jeopardize the business. So your weakest link in security, that's your strength. So the banks are doing a lot, but they can do better. Because
Okay.
every day incidents keep happening, and they must ensure that they improve the training, the
Mhm.
awareness, the competence. Yes, they're doing enough, but they can do better. So in
Okay.
terms of the multi-factor authentication, yes, that is top notch. However, you have to also ensure that you don't expose yourself.
Mm.
Because once you start exposing yourself, going to the website you should not go, dropping your information where you should not drop, clicking links you should
Mm.
not click, you're already exposing that's your door, your security door to attacks.
Okay.
So we talked about the guard the other time. Now imagine I'm using the a state of the art door and I'm
Mm.
allowing kids throw stones at it. I'm allowing people test it with whatever they want to test. Eventually, it will break down.
It will break.
Exactly. So multi-factor authentication is key.
Mm-hmm.
However, not exposing yourself. So you see, I
Exactly.
was in my church group. I was even saying I'll probably send the message to one of the church leaders. I saw a group, a message, they said, oh, uh, somebody shared information that, a video, an audio that was forwarded, that if you see a link that is so, once you click it, first of all, put in the wrong password. After that one, it will fail. You can now use the new password. I'm like, who told these guys this?
No.
Because the truth is, you're still in that portal.
Space, and
You're
then
still
it
in
will.
that space. So if you like, do it 1 billion times. The moment you
You will
give me that
definitely
information,
expose
I see that this
yourself.
information is okay. I will use it.
True.
It's like I'm trying to I tell you, oh, let me see the door that will open this door. You're not using the fake one the first time. You're not using the right one the second time. I'm watching you now.
Mm-hmm.
So once you open it, I say, okay, this is the key. It's like back then,
And save it.
kids will watch the adults like, okay, let's see this key. I'm trying to hide it. We'll see the key. Or you want to enter your dad's safe. Like, let me see. Or for some of us, like probably like going behind to take our parents' vehicles. Like, okay, he's hiding this key. Let him hide the key. You just be watching. Okay, you understand the code. Before you know, you come back. The key to staying safe is to ensure that any form, any
You block it
website,
off.
any mail, like there's a way you can over on emails to see the email address that is coming from. I want to say that this is not a safe one. You don't click it. So you have to know, who am I expecting mail from? Is it from
Right.
Smooth FM? What is Smooth FM's email handle supposed to look like?
Right.
If I'm going to Smooth FM's website, what's it supposed to look like?
Mm-hmm.
So you see, also, like I said, banks also, private agency also needs to do awareness to the public to understand this is our website. This is what our app looks like. This is how where you download it from. People can clone apps, put it on
Oh
App
yeah.
Store, you go it and they get your information. People can
Sadly
say, okay,
so.
this is Facebook's, this is a Smooth FM website, And you see, let's say Smooth FM website is www.smoothfm98.1.com. Some people can do www.smooth. So they can add one more zero, one more O. So
And
if you
you
are not
unsuspecting, just click on it and then you wonder, oh, but I thought it was
exactly.
smooth.
So Smooth
Ah,
FM too, let's say they're the bank now, need to ensure that they always watch the cyberspace to see if somebody has created a website that is close to theirs.
okay.
So they
Hmm.
can report, make awareness, try to bring it down, and let people know that this is not our website. And before you know it, the
Right.
attackers will know that, okay, we've been exposed, they will
You've been
leave.
exposed.
Yeah, so that's that.
But that doesn't mean that they will not try again. It just needed to put that out
Well,
there.
they would try again, but once they see that you are also on top of your cyber security, you see you are
Yeah.
not a weak threat, you are not a weak link. So look for
Mm-hmm.
somebody else.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
they
Now
don't
let's
want to
talk
waste because it costs a lot of money and time to
to
try to
actually
use. Yeah,
redo that. Yeah, I get that.
exactly. Yeah, so they look
Uh,
for the weakest link, the weakest companies that doesn't see their
any
cyberspace as
reason
where they
for
should safeguard. It's like you're leaving your office entrance door open for everybody to
for
come in.
everybody.
Yes. So you want to sell cow milk, come and sell. You want to sell goods, sell. Sell chicken, sell. Come and anything you want to do. You can even use as a passage as a downfall driver to go out. That's what it means.
Okay. Now let's touch on artificial intelligence.
Mm,
AI is here to stay. And
yeah.
in cybersecurity, I know that AI can be used for well, dual purposes. It can be used for the good guys, it can be used for the bad guys.
Yeah.
How then do you now find a way to plug all that and not find yourself wanting?
Well, to protect yourself first. The cybersecurity is about protecting the person, the community, the nation, the country, protecting everybody, everyone, every asset from cyber risk. Before you can say you want to protect, you must first understand the risks that are there, right?
Okay.
If you don't understand the risks that are prevalent or the ones that are evolving, you can't
Mm-hmm.
do any protection. Back in the days, we're told people just put their words out, write the amount, and go
Yes, and just
away.
leave it and go. But you can't try that now. Even if
Exactly. So the kind of security you need at that time,
right.
not from the kind of security you need now.
Mm,
Now, the kind of security you need in Norway, from the kind of security you need in the US.
okay.
People say Norway, Switzerland are probably kind of safe events. The US is evolving with its gun and everything.
Mm,
Just giving examples.
right,
And you have to
right.
at least prevent and work ahead of all these things.
I agree.
So now your environment will determine the kind of risk you will be exposed to.
Okay.
So when you identify the risk, that's okay. How do you prevent this? Now looking at the AI risk, AI is
Mm,
evolving.
it is
Now,
actually.
yes. So what are the areas that AI can be manipulated to cause me or cause my system or cause my business or cause the country dangers?
Mm.
You've seen where people will clone the US president, clone our president here in Nigeria, clone anybody and say
With
they had
all
the
manner
weakest
of
software.
things.
They did this, they
Right.
did that. Exactly. And what is that telling us? There's a lot of threat. And that is why I think Elon and some people are saying there must be governance
Okay.
to ensure that the regulatory agencies are working to ensure that there is regulation in the AI space. Because
Okay.
if we don't regulate the AI space, gradually it will look so real that you say, okay, can we even differentiate between what is real and what is fake?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So one of the areas is companies must also, like I said, scan the web, scan the internet for anything that is portraying them as the one doing something when they are not doing it.
Okay.
For example, I saw or I've seen lots of posts on Instagram with Paladro with this
Oh
forgetting her
yes.
name.
Oh, I saw where there was also one where
Adam Ibukwawashika.
yes, Ibuka, she had to come out and do a public
Exactly.
disclaimer that
So that is what
I don't support any platform. I'm not this, I'm not that.
exactly.
If you put your money there, it's all on you.
So
And
that
people
is
just
what businesses
picked up.
should do. That is
Right,
what
right.
businesses should do. This is not us. Please beware. Because I saw it for
Right.
a long time. I'm like, are these people not seeing it? And I put on my
Mm,
cybersecurity art. I'm like, okay, these people should see it. For example, now you go on LinkedIn,
hmm.
people probably just copy another person's profile
Profile.
and say, okay, I'm Joy. And the chat person of, oh, Smooth FM wants to procure some devices, also procure some studio equipment. We need to have a site in Sambisa, and we need you to help us
Set
supply.
it up.
So you have to also check on LinkedIn. As somebody has created a profile that looks like mine.
Okay.
So AI on Instagram is anything
Oh my word.
that is. So people will tell you, you to also come, but as businesses, you have to ensure you stay ahead. As individuals, do your own search too. But again, I'm sure your family also tell your friends that I saw something about you. So we have to stay
Right.
ahead, observe, identify where you're being cloned, where people are building something around your services and products and say it is you. So
And not
misrepresentation,
someone else.
and you saying this is a disclaimer, this is not me.
Mm,
If you go ahead to do business with these people,
that's on
you
you.
are on your own.
All right. As much as we could go on this conversation, I'm hoping we can have a part two sometime soon because it's we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
out of this conversation.
it's
But as you know,
evolving.
time is never our friend when we're having such
Yeah.
great conversation. So before I let you go, how can Lagos reach out to you or anyone? Because it's not just in Lagos that we're listening to you, we're listening to you from everywhere. And I'm wondering, I'm in my little corner and I want to get more insight. What is your social media handle that they can reach out to you on and get all their questions answered?
Okay. On Instagram, you can reach out to me at Prince Famo. That's Prince Famo.
Okay,
Yeah. And on LinkedIn, you can also always just see me, Oluwafemi Adeleke. So you see me there on LinkedIn. I can always reach
okay,
out to me personally at adeleke.oluwafemi@yahoo.com or officially at o.adeleke at safetysmartafrica.com.
hmm.
And on telephone number 0814
I didn't know
0814
that people. Okay, I,
477. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I didn't know
You didn't
people
know
still
that
use
people like,
Yahoo though.
yeah, well, some of us
That
are
the old
still,
ones,
yeah,
yeah, still
we
attached.
mix with the new gen, but we still keep the old one. And
Going.
well, it gets a time, things evolve. It gets a time you can't keep up. You just try to pick the one you can. Because if you
Okay.
remember from the MySpace, like
Oh yes,
the world keeps
it's
evolving
evolved.
very fast. Yeah. So
Things
you
are
might be shocked.
evolving.
Yeah. In a few years,
Mm,
Facebook might not be the in thing again, and you want to keep catching up with the in thing.
right.
Yes, I use Gmail, I use that one, but again, I stick to the
Yeah.
one that has been there for a long
It's
time. Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I appreciate your time and it's been great conversation. Like I said, looking forward to having this conversation on another
Thank you
level
for
and
having me too. Yeah.
taking it to the next one. But Lagos, the conversation never ends here. You can take us along with you anywhere. If you missed out, well, you can go to YouTube. That is youtube.com / smooth 981 FM Lagos, and you can catch up on the conversation we've just had. Know how to do your checks. It's important, especially if you do not want to be breached. And then you can always reach out to our guest and he will definitely attend to whatever issues that you have. But as you know, I'm going to take a breather right now, get back into the music, but the conversation, as you know, it never ends. So, how about you? Out of mobile muscle. Stay close to your radio, Smooth 98.1.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right.